The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's coming. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Miami's offense will get the ball first. We're accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped all over.
And you got to brag about it for a year. And it is so sweet. In-state, the state of Florida, both so talented, 5 stars everywhere in that state. All of them looking at this game. Can they do it again? That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just a pickup of the couple out to the 15-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down, fourth down coming up. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Sweet feet. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. So Florida State's offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
They'll go to the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's coming. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Canes line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense in a bunch formation. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw. It's Sperry. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Seminoles racing to the line in a hurry-up. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Brooks. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Caught in the backfield, it's shot. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Flips it out in the flat. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw it. Sperry. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Pettis. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Caught behind the line. It's Brooks. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Going to the run, it's Brooks. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out of this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, and you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Toledo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Trying play action. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The Noles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Gets away from one, finds room. The 10. They make the tackle after the turnover. On just a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. How about this for starting field position? 1st and goal from the 2. Go straight ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but with snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Powers forward. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clinton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Across the 45. Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking for space. It's Brooks.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, no!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now on 1st down from the 28. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Back to pass on 2nd down. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 30. Off to the races to the right. And he ran away from the... to take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Clinton. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Brooks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll leave it with him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Got it in the middle. It's Sims. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Offense in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Snagged out of the air. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Hurricanes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball. And
this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Noles are marching down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Plucks it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Clinton. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Pettis. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. Holds and fires complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Clinton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. The Seminoles looking to convert on 4th down. Unloads quickly. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. Didn't even come close to getting back to the line. He'll lose 8.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the Hurricanes can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Power football with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's shot. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Canes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. Tight end now in motion. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They want to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The toss to the right. Finds a little space. Turning it on. Close in on extending this winning streak. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going with the ground game left. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
And that is beautiful defense, timing up the blitz, getting in the backfield, and not just getting there, laying the big lick.
I think that ball carrier, his eyes were like saucers on that one. He knew he was running that thing right into the teeth of it, and boy, he paid the price. Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Toledo notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from the Glass Bowl is worth its weight in gold to the Rockets. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are down.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Canes will punt this one away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is